I dreamed I got a lift in my maiden form bra. She's talking about her décolleté. Can't possibly slip. What a construction job.
In some ways, this is that awful dream you have that you wake up and you're at the Metropolitan Opera and everybody else is beautifully dressed and you're buck naked. But there's something else about the notion that you can transform yourself, that it's possible to be a new person from the skin out. A girl can be anybody.
Advertisers learned to pitch to the hopes, fears, and dreams of consumers. Now they look to a machine to manufacture them. Throughout the 50s, Americans bought an average of 16,000 sets a day, 5 million sets a year.
I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again. Shaboom, and hoping we'll meet again. Oh, life could be a dream. If only all my precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
TV brought new worlds into the home. It changed family life and eating habits.
People all over America in the station breaks on the Gillette Fight of the Week, for example, all run to the bathroom at the same time and flush every toilet in Montclair, New Jersey, causing terrible sewer breaks.
The coming of television created an obsession with watching things that ushered in a new generation of household appliances.
Just as the television set gives you this kind of window image of what the world is like, so too does the front of your house, the picture window on the ranch house in Levittown. So too does the washing machine, so that you can peek in and watch the clothes go around.
Shaboom, shaboom.
All of a sudden you can peek in the oven and watch your cake rise.
Shaboom, shaboom.
It showed people lifestyles, products, imaginary visions of what the world could be like on a daily basis, and made people avid to live a different kind of life.
Here's a young lady who lives in a world of enchantment all her own.
Its boosters sold TV as a glorious dream machine.
Rye beer is Rheingold and rye beer.
But for America's advertisers, the dreams were strictly commercial.
Rye means clean and it's clear. Rye means thirst-quenching beer. Join the millions who buy Rheingold beer, extra dry.
To keep your place on the dealer's shelves and in the customer's minds, you must hit a lot of people with impressions that make them feel. The medium that does this is television.
Our report details how advertising through television transforms strangers to your product into acquaintances, and acquaintances into friends, and friends into customers. You could almost say, as a result, that television puts into every living room a selling machine.
Weed the garden, cut the grass, paint the window, fix the glass, trim the shrubbery, grind the axe. But take it easy, dear. Relax.
Advertisers sensed that TV was a direct pipeline from seller to consumer. Said one ad man, it was like shooting fish in a barrel.
Black Label beer on hand. Mabel, Black Label, Carving Black Label beer.
Television was so new that some people would watch anything. That one of our executives at NBC said if he could only get it on the air, the most successful program we could ever show would be a green baize table and a hand rolling a pair of dice over and over and over. People would watch and bet on that.
Brush-a, brush-a, here's a new light pan.
With the friend tastes good like a cigarette chew. Real green, a little dabble do ya. Use more, only if you dare. But watch out, the gals will all pursue ya. They'll love to get their fingers in your hair.
The early TV ads were primitive, but they packed an unexpected wallop.
I had the responsibility for bringing the Green Giant to television.
the more fluid the movement, the more it costs, and I guess we were trying to save money. So we ended up with this commercial where we had this lurching green giant. And then I had this bright idea of what do you identify with giants? Well, fee, fi, fo, fum. Boom, 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 boom. And it went on the air once, and the phones rang off the hook at Green Giant in Le Sueur, Minnesota, with mothers saying, "Get him off, he scared my kids, don't ever show him again."
In 1949, TV advertisers spent $12 million on television. By 1955, it was over $1 billion, and CBS had become the largest advertising medium in the world. The ads seemed to be working, as American consumers fueled an economic boom and felt better and better about wanting more and more.
X-Lax, the laxity that helps you towards your normal regularity gently overnight, and Hearts Mountain, the pet product for happier, healthier pets, proudly present Queen for Today, the Cinderella Show, starring Mr. Jack Bailey. Thank you very much.
New TV shows reflected the wonder over the country's sudden affluence. In America, anyone could be queen for a day.
What would you like to be queen for a day?
I would like to have a vacation, which I haven't had, because I had 2 handicapped sons.
Queen for a Day offered cash and appliances to the woman who had suffered the most.
Quite a while. How can we help John?
Well, he needs a wheelchair and he needs a special bike for exercising.
The volume of the studio applause determined the winner.
Number 1.
The deeper the misfortune, the bigger the payoff.
Number 4. Number 1. Number 1 is Mrs. Viva Burt. I found you Queen Viva. Queen for a day. Queen Viva Burt.
Here it is, a total stroke of luck. You're going to be the one that gets all the wonderful consumer appliances. It's just great. It's just like the act of turning on the television. Something wonderful's going to happen.
In most countries, early TV was meant for education and supported by the government. In the United States, TV was always a business, and in the early years, sponsors tried to assume a degree of control over programs that seemed increasingly sinister.
The John Cameron Swayze news program was called the Camel News Caravan, for Camel cigarettes. And in the control room, every night, just before the program went on the air, the account executive would appear carrying a carton of Camel cigarettes, and everybody who had Chesterfields or Lucky Strikes had them picked up and replaced by Camels.
Wouldn't a cigarette taste good right now?
The allure of ads worried critics, who feared that we were being seduced into buying products by people who knew how to manipulate our basic desires.
Have one with me, have a Marlboro cigarette.